Welcome. Right now, I have taken this to the machine and sewn it, and then I've pressed it open. But there's one thing I did. You can see before I got to the end here, I stopped about ½ inch away from the edge right here. So that is also important. One thing to note. So after that, I pressed it open, and then you're going to flip it over to the other side, to the right side. So once you flip it over, you see what I got right here. Good. So the next thing you want to do is give it a good press, and we continue. So I'm going to flip the other one also over. Okay. So after you've gotten this, you give it a very nice press. You give it a good press, and we continue from there. Sorry. Okay. Right now I've taken it to the iron and given it a very nice press. You can see what we have here from the outside. So it is now time to join it. So how are we going to join? I think this part belongs here. It is just very simple. You just match this point. I've shown us how we're going to do that the other time. So you leave ½ of an inch right here, because I have 1 inch allowance right here. So you leave ½ of an inch right here. So once you have your ½ of an inch outward on the side panel, you can then sew ½ of an inch again. So that makes it 1 inch on the side panel and ½ of an inch on the back panel. Then you cross to this area. And once you get here, before about ½ inch before you get to the actual stuff, you stop. So ½ inch before you get to the hinge, you stop right there. So you do the same thing also for the other side. And after you do that, we take it to the iron and press. Let's do that. Let's go sew up this point to this point and iron it. So I have sewn my side panel with the back panel. You can see I have 1 inch at the side panel and ½ inch right here. And the reason why for this extension at the back panel, you can see the reason for that 1 inch is so that just in case you have your suit a little bit tighter than expected. So this is one sure place to make amend, to adjust it. So that is why we have it that way, just in case you have it a bit tighter than expected. So that is one reason, one major reason. So after doing that, you want to just a little, you want to snip this place. You see where I'm snipping? This edge, so that will be easier for you to. Normally, I'm not supposed to do this, because what I did right here is definitely going to affect the jacket in case I want to adjust. You know, this will not let the adjustment be smooth anymore. But one thing it's going to do is it will let it be easier for me to open it, to press it open, as you can see. So let's get to the iron. There's actually something I would like to show us while pressing, while opening this point. There's something I would love to show us. You see this side seam that we want to sew? There's something I would love us to do. After you spray it, you want to stretch this point. It is important that you stretch this bit. You stretch it. You can see what I'm doing? You see what I did? It is very, very essential. That way you don't have the side of your suit so rigid. You have it flexible, because it will be easier. It will conform to the shape of your body. That is one importance of doing this. So you can see. So once you do that, you can then proceed to open it. You can proceed to open, to press the same open. Okay. So now that we've done that, yes, we're good to go. So right now you can see the opening. So now that we have the opening, you see this? Okay. Now that we have this opening, what is the next thing we are going to do is flip it to the wrong side. You see what I did here? So once you flip it over to this side, as you can see, you want to take your lining piece as well for the back part and repeat the same thing you did for this side for the back part. You repeat the same thing you sew, just like you sew for this thing, for the major parts, just like you sew the major parts. You want to sew the back part the exact same way. Yeah, the exact same way you sew the fabric, you want to sew this thing like that. But the only thing you're not going to be doing on the lining is this. So you're not going to be doing this on the lining. All you will do is just leave it straight like this, and then sew the exact same way you sew the back panel and the side panel together on the main fabric. So you repeat the same thing right here. Where you get here, you stop, and then when you stop, we come back and continue. We are actually getting there. What we are going to be doing after we've sewn that is the vent. We are already on the vent. Actually, we are already getting there already. So let's quickly go do that and come back. Welcome back. Now that we've attached the lining of the center back part, the next thing we want to do is this bit. You want to fold it like this and press. So let me quickly do that and then come back. So now that we've folded this bit, you see that now that you've folded that bit, the next thing you want to do is place your this thing directly on this. Mind you, you can as well baste all those points down in place. It is also going to be a very nice idea to do that, but because of our time, that is why I'm probably not doing it. So once we have that, you can see we have this part, and this part is also covered with lining, just like that. So what do? Is you fold this bit. You see what I'm doing? You fold this bit till it gets to the edge of here. You see what is happening right here? You see how this point was folded? The lining right here. I'm sure you can see that. See that this point was folded. Look at that. You see how I folded that point and then have it be on the same line with this. So that is the first step we do. Or, sorry, you may want to fold it at the bottom here first. Yes. You fold it at the bottom right here. You can see that Yes. You fold it at the bottom right here and then baste it in place. So you want to baste this point down in place. And when you are basting, make sure you're not placing your needle on the edge of the line, and let it go in about maybe half of an inch. Sorry. Let us start about from here. Let's start from this point. Yes, we should start from that point. So once you get here, you want to pause.